Hello, everyone. Welcome to the official Longoria Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Brittany, and this is my lovely husband and co host, Nico.
Hello, everybody.
And we are so excited to introduce this little podcast that we made. And we hope that you all enjoy it as well. This is like our third time filming this episode because the first time I didn't have enough storage on my phone. Second time, also still didn't have enough storage after I deleted so many things off of my phone. So now this is our third time filming this episode for y'all. So we hope y'all enjoy it, and we worked really hard on it, and we have so many more things that we can't wait to talk about throughout this first season of our podcast. And hopefully we get to you grow with us as well, because this is our first episode. This is our first time ever doing a podcast, and I'm kind of excited to see where this takes off or where this goes. I am a yapper at times, but that's why I'm your host and not your co-host. So because mainly it's probably just gonna be me talking, and Nico's just a very great listener, but he will give his side from time to time because we're gonna be talking about some pretty intense topics at times. And I will get this warning now. There are gonna be very sensitive topics because not a lot of people can agree with others, but we can all still be friends, okay? No matter our difference in opinions. And we all hope you enjoy it. We truly made this podcast because I wanted to help not only people who are kind of lost, or they're kind of scared to take the next step in their life or their next chapter. I think it's a great way to look at things in your life, and if you're scared or you're like, I want to do something with my life, just do it. Just go out and do it. This is your sign to do that scary thing that you want to do, and you're just like, I don't want to do it. What if I fail? What if I don't make it? You will. Just take that leap of faith, and I promise it will happen. So if this podcast takes off, great. If it doesn't, that's also fine. But we're going to continue to make these episodes whether people listen to it or not, and we hope you all enjoy. So with that, we also stream the live tapings of these episodes on my Twitch account on Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. And with streaming on Twitch, I literally sometimes can look at the chat and I'll answer some questions that you can ask for us, and your name will not be named. We will just ask and we will answer them as best as we can. And we just want to have some fun. So we hope you all love it. And all of our socials will be linked down below or on our accounts. We have a TikTok, an Instagram, and a YouTube where we will be posting this, and on Spotify. So we hope you all enjoy, and we can't wait to get to know all of you more, I guess. Not get to know you, but have more conversations with you, I guess.
And get to hear y'all's side of the topics we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Because me and Nico are very different, I would say. I feel like I'm more on the not nicer side, but I'm more on the I believe in people a little bit more than he does, or he's more just very upfront.
I'm more realistic on what people are and how they can be toward other people.
Yeah, and I'm like, I see the good in you, but I don't think you see the good in you. So that's kind of a problem with me, but I'm working on it, okay? But I guess we can tell you a little bit about ourselves. If you don't know who we are, I'm sure some of the people who will watch this, they do know us because they're from back home. But we do have some new listeners, and they are my friends over on Twitch or TikTok. So if you are listening, welcome in, and I'm so glad you get to be a part of our little journey here. And yeah, even if you are from back home, welcome. And I hope you all enjoy these stories because you know us on not a personal level, but you know us from back in the day. Mm-hmm. But we grew up in a small town called Kermit, Texas. I was originally born and raised there, and I when we went to high school. Well, we went to school there in general,
Yeah.
but we met in high school, and
But we've known each other since junior high.
yeah, I would say okay. Well, we didn't know each other in junior high. We
Just around each other
yeah.
without knowing it.
What is that theory? It's like
The red string theory.
the red yeah, and where basically you're like you're around each other, but you don't meet each other until you're supposed to,
Yeah.
basically. And I think that's what happened with me and Nico because, well, he's not from Kermit, actually. Go ahead.
I was born in Mexico and I moved to Kermit when I was like 4, I think.
Yeah. How do you like it here?
Y'all's foods are pretty cool.
I'm just kidding. But I was my mom, all of my family lived in Kermit and they worked at the school. My grandma worked at the administration building. I could never be a bad kid when I was in school. Just know that. And Nico, on the other hand, he was living the life.
I wasn't a bad kid. My parents were also strict, but not as strict as your grandma and your mom.
Yeah, if you know my mom or my grandma, you know they can be very well, mostly my grandma. My mom was kind of like laid back here and there, but I will say my mom heard a lot of things firsthand before my grandma did because my mom worked at the school, and so everybody was real quick to tell her anything that was going on with me. Like, first of all, it's not your business what's going on in my life. Like, if my mom finds out, that's on her. Not she doesn't need little minions to go tell her like, hey, your daughter's doing this. Like, no.
And you weren't even doing anything.
Yeah, I wasn't even doing anything. I literally couldn't go out past 8 p.m. On weekends too, mind you. So that was my life in school. I basically was very shy. I was kind of like to myself until I met my best friend at the time, which was in 7th grade because well, I was in 6th grade, but 7th grade is when we really became friends because we made the cheer team together. And that's when we like were inseparable. And so after that, she kind of like brought me out of my shell a little bit more. Not a lot. I was still shy, but I was mainly like the person who was not a people pleaser, but it was very much a people pleaser because I could never say no to people either because I was so I didn't want to fit in, but I did, if that makes sense. And if you knew me back then, I was not the prettiest girl in school. I met in junior high. And in junior high, like, I was, I'm so glad puberty hit me like a truck because in junior high, I was ugly. I'm going to say it. I was ugly. And thankfully, my freshman year, I don't know what happened to me, but I had a glow up. Thank God. Because if I look like that now, I don't know what I would do. That's when, in 8th grade, that's when I would start hanging around this other girl. And she was more of an acquaintance at this point. Like, I mean, we were friends, but she was more of like a acquaintance after that. And she was dating Nico at the time, and I would hang out with her at the football games, and like when they were together, he was there, and I literally have a picture of all of us. Not like I'm not in it. I took the picture of it was like him, his girlfriend at the time, which was my friend, and I think another guy and I think it was like her ex behind y'all. But yeah, I literally still have the picture. It's on Facebook. But he's in there. And not once did I ever think that's going to be my husband someday. Not once did I ever think that. And I was like, okay, bye. Like, see ya. Like, I would never even speak to this dude. Mm-hmm. And then in cross country, we both ran cross country. And literally the only time I ever interacted with him was one time at practice. He was like, hey, can you hand me that water bottle? And I was like, yeah, sure. Here you go. That was the only time we ever interacted. I think.
I don't remember that.
He claims that he doesn't remember. But literally, I remember what he was wearing. He was wearing black shorts and a black shirt. And he literally just got done running. I don't know what we were running that day. I think it was sprints because it was in the afternoon. And you literally were like, can you hand me my water bottle? I was like, yeah, here you go. That's what I said. But
I do not remember
well,
at all.
I remember. That's what matters. But I literally was like I didn't think anything of it. So I was like, okay, cool. And then in another picture at our district track meet, he's literally right next to me too. In that same picture, he's in the literally right next, not next to me. There's like a person next to us, and then it's him. It's me, the person, then him.
I remember that picture.
And I'm just like, how did we not ever like interact with each other or like notice each other?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody in the cross country team talked to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, everybody was friends. It doesn't matter if like you're a freshman, a sophomore, a senior, or whatever. Everybody just talked to each other. Like, but me and you never once talked to each other.
Well, granted, I was like still shy. Like I literally only hung out with KK, Amber, and Emily.
But see, they were always the social people though.
Yeah, but like but I would only talk to them. Like when they would
Okay.
go talk to y'all, like I don't think I ever went, or like I don't.
You're not
Yeah.
around.
And after that, we never spoke again, or like we never saw each other because it was like basketball and everything else. Like we never really met up, like crossed paths
Yeah.
again until track season came. And first of all, I wasn't even supposed to do track because I was in like a very bad relationship, toxic, and basically my ex, he was like, you're not doing track. And I was like, I don't have a choice actually, because literally the athletic director was like, oh, you're doing track, here, put your name down. Like he literally came up to us at breakfast, and I was like, okay. And I knew because he was sitting like right next to me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. And he was like, why'd you sign the paper? I told you you're not doing track. And I was like, I don't have a choice. Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, tell them no. And I was like, I can't tell him no. Like, first of all, he's gonna go tell my mom that I'm not doing track. Second of all, I just can't tell him no. Like, no. And so, yeah, we thought about it, whatever. So then, because he was like, you don't need to do track because all you're going to do is talk to guys over there at the track meets. And I'm like, I hardly talk to anyone anymore. Like, you're the only person that I talk to besides my family. And he was like, no, you're going to go talk to boys, blah, blah. Whatever. Well, I mean, he was a little right, but it wasn't really planned. Like, I wasn't over here talking to all these dudes. Mind you, he went to the first track meet, so I was with him the entire track meet.
And those track meets are long. From what, 8? We get there at 8, start practicing, get warming up like around 9. First event at 10. Last event is at like 9 or 10 at night, sometimes like 11, depending how big the track meets were.
I wouldn't say 11. I think it was like 9.
Well, I mean, when everybody got back into like the bus after we packed everything, it was like we're leaving like at 10.
Oh, yeah.
There was some big track meets we were at.
Well, yeah, so this was like the third track meet into the season. And he didn't go to this one, obviously, but he loved to have his friends watch over me at the track meet, which was also weird. Because why would you go along with that? Like, if one of my friends asked me, hey, can you watch my man at the track meet? What? Like, what are you want me to watch him? Like a child? What do you mean? Like, it's like I never gave you a reason to act like that. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, if I had given him a reason and him be like, hey, can you watch her to see if she talks to someone, you know, like blah, blah, maybe I'd understand. But I never did anything. I was with this dude 24/7. Like, I never gave him a reason to be like, you need to watch over her. Like, never. But then so we were at the track meet and I was in the stands, you know, behaving. And I had a blanket over me and I was listening to Drake. The specifics are Marvin's Room. That's the song I was listening to. Banger. And you can still listen to this music without being sad.
No, because back then, if you're listening to Drake, you're like in your feels and stuff.
Oh, I
Yeah.
liked.
I mean, that's how I took it. And that's why whenever I heard you singing it, because I went up into the bleachers for God knows why. I had no business being up there. I really didn't. Um, and I just walked by and I just see this, oh, it's like a person with a blanket on top of her head because I couldn't tell who it was. There's just singing Marvin's Room. I'm like, man, this girl is going through it. I don't know why. It just popped into my head, popped the blanket over her head and be like, hey, are you good, buddy? I mean, if you knew me back then, I wasn't that type of person just to talk to anybody, even though I was social
I don't.
whenever I got to know you. But to like approach you, like, I wouldn't do that.
I still don't think you're that person. I don't think you would randomly go up to someone
And be like, hey,
and be like, "Are you good?"
yeah.
But yeah, so literally he lifted up my blanket and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Who the hell is lifting up my blanket?" And I was like, "Yeah." And of course, the one time that I'm actually talking to not only a person but a guy, of course, one of my ex's friends decides to walk up the bleachers and see us interacting. And he's like, "That's so and so's girlfriend." And I was like, "Great." And Nico, you know what Nico had to say? He literally looked at him and he was like, "I don't give up." That's literally what he said. And I was like, "Great. I'm going to get in so much trouble for this." But I mean, I couldn't tell him that because, I literally just met this dude
Yeah.
and I didn't want to like trauma dump on him and be like, "Well, I'm kind of going through it," or blah, blah, blah. Like I never told anyone what I was going through. One because of my ex's like reputation that he had to uphold. And nobody would probably believe me. Everybody would probably just be like, "Oh no, she's the crazy one. She's doing this." And that's why I never told anyone because of course, after when we broke up, me and him, all hell broke loose. Like I got so much um backlash from not only his friends but everybody else in the school. They're like, "How could you do that to him? He was so sweet. Oh my god." Cry me a river because the grass is not greener on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Take him and then you go see what it was like because it was not all sunshine and rainbows over there. And so yeah, I literally got so much backlash but yeah. So we met because he picked up my blanket or whatever and we started talking. We were talking and my best friend at the time, she was single, so I was like, "Hey, like you should talk to my best friend." Like I know before you cancel me, you're probably like, "Oh my god, you just tried to hook up your best friend with him and you started to talk to him after?" Listen, that was God's plan. It wasn't my plan. It wasn't nobody else's. It was God's because I am married to him now and we have a little baby boy.
A lovely child.
Yes, and we have been married for 6
6 years.
years and together for 12. So that was all God's plan. I promise you. It wasn't me trying to be like, "Oh, don't break the girl code." Blah, blah. No, because even if like they were to keep dating and let's say they broke up, and God still was like, "Nope, these two need to be together," we still would probably have made our way somehow.
One way or another, we probably would have. I mean, that's what goes back to like the red string theory. We were around each other so much that we never noticed each other until it was his timing. Because like going back to like what I was saying, I was not the type of person just to go up to some random person and just talk to them out of the blue. Unless you talked to me, I wasn't gonna talk to you, even though I was very kind of social. But it's always gonna go back to it. Like God's timing is bulletproof. Whenever He wants it, it will happen. And it was our time
It was.
because I was like, damn, I kind of like her, but she's trying to hook me up with a friend.
Yeah. Listen, I had a boyfriend at the time. And I had a boyfriend at the time, so I was trying to hook him up with my best friends, and she was like, literally, we were talking, right, me and Nico, in the stands, and she comes up, and it's like dead silent, and I'm like,
And the other thing,
awkward,
yeah, and stuff like that, you really can't
force it.
you can't force attraction with somebody else. I mean, she was her best friend at the time. She wasn't ugly by any means. She was a cute person, I guess. but you just couldn't. There's no attraction there.
Yeah, like you really just, it's like you can't just make two things like click, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and people that are watching this, I'm sure at some point in time you fell in love with someone, or just instantly knew like I have to be with them, or I feel certain type of way, even though like I just barely met them, and I feel like that's what it was.
Well, yeah, well, even like when I first met Nico, I didn't like realize like right away that, well, I kind of did because I wouldn't say that I immediately fell in love with him, but I felt like a little like butterflies, I guess. I
Yeah.
felt like a little, oh, like okay, like you're kind of cool. Not like that, but like I don't know how else to explain it. Like I got all
Got it. Yeah.
like I don't know how to explain that, but I was like, no, wait, I have a boyfriend. Like, mind you, I haven't felt that way in the past 6 months that I dated him. So yeah, and you could literally like be nice to me, and I'd probably like you more than my ex at the time. So because it was just bad,
Mhm.
it was bad. And the people who are listening to this and do know him, they're probably gonna be like, no, he could never be that way. Yes, he was that way, but I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Yeah.
But he, like when she had left the stands again, me and Nico kept talking, and after that, like
It just came natural, I would say. Is the best thing.
yeah,
It was a very natural connection.
yes,
Like
and
it wasn't forced. It wasn't nothing like that. Like
it just clicked.
yeah,
Like literally, like the two magnets, like when you put them close together and they come together.
that's a good thing.
That was literally us.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it just sucked because I know at the time, like
It looked really bad on
it
both of us.
it
Yeah.
did look bad. I will say that. Like I could have. Well, I mean, I did break up with him.
Yeah. I mean, I could have waited a little bit longer before actually getting with you, but I was like, no.
He's like, no, she's mine.
Yeah, because you're like, well, we gotta wait. I was like, no, I'm kind of impatient.
I was telling him, but mind you, because also he waited for me a little bit longer because I told him, I was like, no, I'm gonna give my ex another try
Mhm.
because I left him. I literally left him, and he was like, please. He started crying, fake crying, like every toxic person does when you're trying to leave them. And they're like, he was like, no, please, I'll be better for you, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll give you another week. And so I literally was just like, I'm gonna try to make it work, basically. And Nico's like, okay, well, I'll be here. And I was like, oh my.
And to be fair, I mean, I wasn't the best. What's the word? I wasn't. I did wait. I wasn't as supportive as I should have because, like, I mean, I probably could have stopped talking to you, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'm gonna stop talking to her. See how.
Yeah, that was like also bad because I didn't want to stop talking to him either. Like, because it just felt so nice. Like it felt nice to be just not talk to someone, but just feel good. Like not,
You were seen and
it's not such
appreciated.
in a crappy mood all the time.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to fear like for my life. I didn't have to fear anything. Like Nico made me feel safe. Is basically what I should say. And it was just nice. And don't be messy if y'all are listening to this and you're gonna be like, well, I'm gonna go tell so and so. Don't be messy because he's so irrelevant to my life now. This doesn't need to go on. But we'll see, I guess, what happens. And I broke up with him after, and Nico stopped talking to my best friend. Mind you, we also got a lot of hate for that too because they were like, how could you do that to her? That's your best friend and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I literally didn't sit there and be like, don't talk to her anymore. Like, I literally did not say that. He literally did not.
I don't know how to put it. I mean, we did talk for about 2 or 3 weeks, I think, is the amount of time we talked, but it felt very forced, if I would say that. Like with you, it was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to you. Even when we got out of school, it was very natural conversation, and we didn't stop talking. And over there, it was just like, oh, cool, you're doing this. Hey, what are you doing again? Hey, 10, 15 minutes later.
Like,
Hey,
I
what are you
feel,
doing again?
yeah, like, I feel like most of us can relate. Like, we've all met someone where we're like, okay, this is not
Yeah.
going how I thought it was. And like it's okay. Like sometimes things just don't work out, and people literally in high school, I just feel like high school overall was just so messy all the time, like especially in such a small town. Everybody was like, oh my god, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Did you hear? Yes, I did hear about that because you're telling me right now, and you probably shouldn't be running your mouth.
Yeah.
Like that's all small towns have, like, is drama. And to this day, like, people from my hometown, from our hometown, literally are so messy, and they're like grown. They're grown adults. They're like 40, 50,
Oh wow.
and they're still being messy on Facebook or just like in general. Like they'll be like, I don't know. I just literally don't understand like how you
They're more
you're
worried about everybody else but themselves.
right.
And I'm just saying this out of like what I'm hearing because I don't have social media
Yeah.
whatsoever.
He doesn't have any.
And she keeps me up to date. I'm just like, why? Like, you're an adult. Go be and do adult things.
Yeah, like literally sometimes I don't even like to get on Facebook anymore because I'm just like it's nothing but drama. It's nothing but grown adults from my hometown talking about somebody else, or they're acting like children, and I'm like, "What?" I literally go on there to post about my runs, about Luca, or about funny memes that I repost on Facebook. That's literally it. And like I think ever since like my frontal lobe developed when I turned 25, I think I just stopped caring about social media in that way, because I will give myself a little what is that called? Like criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Where I would post stuff on Facebook, like drama, not drama, but I would post like,
Just to get a reaction out of somebody.
yeah. And that was really childish. So when I grew up finally, I was like, why was I doing that? Like that was so dumb. Like I look so dumb. Like when I look back at myself and how I posted all that, I was like, bitch, you're stupid. Like why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And like why can't other people realize that? I catch myself looking at other adults and I'm just like, wow, I hope I never get to that point of my life where I'm just, that's all I do. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, the way I look at it, they're just trying to get a reaction out of somebody because they're not happy within themselves. And for whatever reason, they're not happy with themselves. They just need to vent or, stir the pot for some odd reason, which to me, I still don't understand why you would do that if you have your own life. If you're trying to progress in life, it's just like, why? It's just a waste of time.
Well, I feel like also that's all you bring. Like if that's all you give out to the world, like that's all you're going to get is negativity.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyways, back to how we met. I don't know how we get so off topic. I'm so sorry, but it'll probably keep happening. I'm not even going to lie. So just bear with us. So we started dating officially, and mind you, we were still getting hate. He stuck through it. I will say that. He literally was getting so much hate by all of my ex's friends and like everybody in school basically.
Yeah, because all her ex's friends were friends of mine because we all play the same sports. And I'm just like, I'm going to leave sooner or later, within a year or two.
Literally, like, you're going to leave high school and you're not going to matter anymore. Like, get out, please.
Yeah.
Like,
And the minute I left high school, I was like, I'm not coming back to this town.
like, and mind you, I literally will never understand people who bully people in high school. Like, I wish I had more balls back in high school because I was so quiet. I let people bully me. I let people talk crap about me all the time because I wasn't going to sit there and be like, and tell them off. I was, well, one, because everybody knew my family and they were like going to be like, oh, well, she's in drama. She's starting all this drama. No, I'm trying to protect myself because everybody's bullying me because I broke up with my ex. But mind you, the two girls he dated after that, they went through the same thing. So,
Who's the issue now?
You're right. Not me. And like, I just would never understand. Like, it's high school. It's literally so irrelevant. Like, granted, okay, yes, sports, so fun. You meet so many cool people like from out of town and stuff. But like, all the other irrelevant stuff like the cliques or like the drama that people create, why? Like, I wish I could go back in high school and be like, you're dumb, like, get out of my face. Because why? There was so much unnecessary drama that I was in that I could have avoided, and I'm like, why? Like, it's high school. Why are we fighting about boys, or why are we fighting about friends? Like, this is so dumb. But I don't know. I wish I could go back to like high school me and tell her like, grow some balls, girl, because you're in for a rough ride.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't change a thing. Like, because if I wouldn't have met my ex, I probably wouldn't have met Nico.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have met you either. I mean, we probably would have been friends because sooner or later we're gonna have to talk to each other in sports, but I don't think we would have progressed into anything else.
I don't know. I feel like if we were meant to be, we'd somehow. But
Sure.
I don't think it would have happened that fast. Maybe.
I do agree with that.
I don't know. But fast forward to Nico graduating. He left. He started traveling for work.
Mm.
And I was still in school because I was young. Because I was. He likes them really young, I guess.
Oh, 2 years.
Age 3.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. It's 2. Okay, it's like a weird 2, 3. Like,
It's 2 3/4.
yeah, because okay, so I'm turning. So for an example, right now I'm 26. He's 29. That's 3 years, but I'm about to turn 27. So of course that's 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a weird age gap ish.
2 years and like 8 months.
Yeah,
Something like that.
I really it doesn't matter anymore. We're both old, so well, he's old. He's about to be 30 this year. I'm barely turning 27, so yikes. But I was still in school, whatever. I went to college. He was still traveling for work. I was holding the fort down that we didn't have yet. I was just going to college. And I graduated. We ended up getting married in 2020. COVID year.
Yeah.
I was so sad. I had planned a whole wedding, everything. And then the COVID pandemic happened, and it was like, nope, you're not getting married anymore, or you're not having the wedding that you want to have.
Yeah.
And so we had it in our backyard. And honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. Like, our close family and friends were there, and I had a great time.
Yeah, because I mean, my family was able to be there, especially during the time we were going through then. So I mean, I enjoyed it. Great memories were made.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I would love to do a big wedding.
Yeah.
Not a big wedding, but like a actual wedding, to have wedding photos and like, stuff like that, because we obviously don't have any wedding photos, like professional ones. And I never wore a dress or anything. So, and he never wore a suit. I really wanted to see him in a suit. I was so excited, but I don't know, maybe for our vow renewal in 10 years, well, 4 more years, we can go somewhere and do a mini big wedding, I guess, and invite our friends and family.
I think it'd be better when we do it for our reunion, just because we can. I mean, for sure, Luca to be there.
Yeah,
I think it'd be nice to have him in those pictures.
Yeah, my little Luca. Oh, he's a little menace.
Yeah.
But if you know. If you're a parent, you can call him a menace.
Yeah.
If you're not a parent, then you don't get to say anything. But we ended up getting married 2020, and then we moved to Dallas in 2021.
Late 2020. No, it was 21.
No, it was 21 because it was my birthday.
Yeah, it was your birthday.
Yeah. And when we moved from Dallas, he was still traveling for work, and then I started working as a cheer coach in Denton.
Yeah.
And then I was also traveling for cheer with UCA, and oh my gosh, I was living the dream. I met so many cool people there, or like through that organization. And it was so like, these people are still in contact with me to this day. They're the most supportive people I have ever met in my life, mind you. And I don't know, like, it's crazy, like, once you leave your small town, how much more opportunities you have. And like, I will always like stand on that, because I used to be like, I'm never leaving Kermit. I'm gonna go live in Odessa or Midland.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Nico hated that. He was like, why don't you ever want to move? Why don't you want to go somewhere else? And I'm like, because I want to stay here. My family's here.
Because whenever I was traveling and I was looking for a house for us, I wanted to go to San Antonio because I've always loved San Antonio. And then she's like, no, we're going to stay here. We're going to stay in Odessa or Midland because that's all I know. I'm like, no, please, like,
He was like, get out of there right now.
Yeah.
But we moved, and it was the best decision
Oh, absolutely.
we could have ever made, and I would never go back. Even when I go back now to visit, I'm like, get me out of here, please.
Yeah, because we have to go back for more than like a day or so. I'm just like, this is too long.
Yeah, like it's just not because it's like, like it's my, I don't know, it's just not the same anymore. Like there's so many like bad things there. Not bad, but it's like not the same. Like Kermit's not the same.
Yeah.
Odessa's not the same. Midland is not even in the same either. If you live there, like I'm not trying to like hate on you, but like props to you for living there. That's what I'm gonna say.
I mean that's your home, so we really can't say much about it because obviously we left, but I'm glad I left.
Yeah, and then like sometimes I would see people be like, "Why are you hating on the town that you grew up in?" and blah blah blah. And I'll think to myself, I'm like, the town that I grew up in is shit at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you can get mad because I'm saying that, but once you leave, you'll understand. Once you leave, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, wow, this place really is not what I thought it was."
Yeah, because when you're stuck there, I mean, you have a closed mindset. You don't know exactly what's going on in the world. And once you start traveling, meeting new people, meeting new cultures, meeting new experiences, it's like, wow.
The people that you meet outside of your hometown, best people that you're going to meet in your life.
Absolutely.
They're going to be your forever friends, I promise you. Because the people that I met outside of my small town, they are people I will cherish forever. And they are some of the most genuine human beings I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. They would do just about anything for you. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah. Like, you'll get a few, like, especially if you're out all the time, like, if you're meeting new people constantly, yeah, you're going to meet a few bad people who are not the best people. But you're going to find the very few ones that will stick around and support you and, like, be your best friend for the rest of your life, period.
Yeah.
But I really would, I highly recommend leaving your small town because it is so amazing, like how many opportunities you have, and then like also like you make more connections, you just put yourself out there more in a whole new like
a new setting.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like so basically, like for an example, like the fish bowls, like you're such in a small fish bowl, and then you take the fish and you put it in a bigger fish bowl with more fish or like more opportunities, more people. And I feel like it's just mainly the people, like people don't want to move because they're scared.
Yeah.
Because I'll admit I was scared. I'm like, I'm gonna be all alone. Like I'm not gonna have anybody. And yeah, like for the first couple like weeks or months, it's gonna be lonely.
Yeah, it can be very lonely. But once you actually
get a job and like
well, besides get a job, like once you start getting a routine of what you like to do, especially if you like, have hobbies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You meet people who are just as passionate for the things you like to do. Because like in a small town like where we grew up, there wasn't many opportunities for hobbies. Like it was, you either worked or you drank, and that's not really much.
Or you did other things.
Yeah. But going to a new city, you can express who you are, that you truly want to be, and you get to actually try new things, you know, that you didn't have the opportunities back in your small town, that obviously they didn't offer it, but you meet some genuinely nice people.
Yeah, I would say especially now in this new generation of like influencers, like you're going to have way more opportunities in a bigger city rather than a small town if you want to be an influencer.
I mean, the way I look at it, if you're in a small town, you have a small target to hit. But once you move to not a bigger city, just in a different area that you don't know very well, you have a larger target to hit. You can just keep on shooting, and eventually you're going to hit something good. Because, I mean, you have that more opportunities, like you're saying, with like influencers, stuff like that. You have new restaurants to try, new places to see, new experiences to be had. I mean, it's nice. And me being a foodie, I like to try new shit. And in Kermit, we have two things.
Yeah, mind you, if you don't know where Kermit is, basically, if you know where Lubbock, Texas, oh my God, hello. If you know where Lubbock, Texas is, basically where Texas Tech is, that's like 2 hours from where Kermit is.
Yeah.
Right? 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like in the middle of nowhere.
Literally, the population was like 5,000 when I was growing up.
Yeah,
Now it's maybe like 7, 8,000.
that's pushing it, but yeah.
It's grown a lot. I mean, just because of the oil field.
Yeah, you could drive from one side of the town to the other side in like less than 3 minutes
Um,
or 5 minutes.
yeah, I was about to say, I was like, maybe not now.
Yeah.
Back then, yeah.
Like if there was no traffic going from Odessa through Kermit, like
Yeah.
to Wink, 5 minutes tops, in and out, going
But-
like 40 miles an hour.
But like now, it's like you got to stop because there's trucks everywhere, and it's just like filled with nothing but oil field.
Yeah.
Like Kermit is now just nothing but oil field workers, or like not even construction. I would say oil field mostly, because
Also, this is us just like saying what we see online, because we haven't been back in Kermit in what?
well, I was there in April
Okay.
because my grandpa's funeral, but when I go there alone, I hate going there by myself because I just feel more like not at risk, but it's just so dangerous there now. Like there's nothing but men there. And every time I get off at a gas station there, I fear for my life because like they all will just look at you, especially if you don't have a man right next to you.
Mhm.
And mind you, if you have a child, you're even more of a target at that point because the trafficking that goes on there now, it would blow my mind like back then. If you knew how Kermit was back then. 'Cause-
I mean, I will say this: like everybody that is from our hometown, I will agree with them. It was a nice place growing up
Yeah.
back then, before like the oil field hit really hard, because I mean everybody was nice and genuine people. But the more influx of oil field people started coming in, it's just like there's like a lot of drugs coming in, a lot of people from multiple states coming in, and it's just like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel the same anymore.
Yeah, like it's not a hometown vibe
No.
anymore. Like it's not, oh, I can go play outside till 9 at night and be fit and be safe.
Yeah.
Like no, like back then when I was younger, I played till the street lights went on, and I would literally walk home from my best friend's house.
Mhm.
And now you could not do that at all.
Yeah, because I mean I was the same way whenever I went to hang out with my friends, like on the other side of Kermit, which was like me riding a bike was like maybe 10 minutes to get from there.
Yeah, he lived by me.
No, not that one. The other one.
Oh,
Um.
never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he lived by me. I forgot.
Yeah.
No, but that's not that one.
Yeah. But like it was like a 10 or 15-minute bike ride just to get from his house to mine. And I mean, granted, I would leave and it was like dark outside. I'm like,
No,
gonna
I'm
get
fine.
home.
Mind you were a guy, so I mean,
But there
you were a
also-
little bit safer.
But there also wasn't that many people back then.
Yeah, like nobody was on the streets really.
Nah.
I remember like at one point there was like a bike group that I would ride with. Like I mean they were all older adults, but like they were my grandma's friends. So
Oh,
they'd be
so
because I wanted to ride a bike, and my grandma's friend, like their little friend group, would go ride their bikes at night. And so I'm like, I want to go. And they took me.
That's something I didn't know that.
Oh really?
No.
Yeah, like I don't know how old I was. I was like 10 maybe, like 9, and I just went to go ride bikes with them. And then I only went once though. I never like I guess they never went again, or I just didn't go. But
You
it
were
was
invited again.
it was only one time
Yeah.
because yeah, but we went we went from like my house to all the way to like the north side of by Miss Westmoreland's house. We went all the way
Oh,
over there.
jeez,
Yeah, we went far. And so I was like, yeah, maybe not again. But cuz I ran out of water too, I remember that. And I was really thirsty when I got there when I got back home. But yeah, I just small towns in general, they can be really nice.
Mm.
Like back then it was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Now, no. I only go to Kermit if I have to go.
Yeah.
But you will not catch me saying, "Oh, I want to go visit Kermit." No, you will never catch me saying that ever again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like once you get a taste of a bigger city and like, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Dallas, every time I go back to Dallas, it feels like home. Like I feel so good. Like as soon as I cross the line into Dallas, I'm at peace. Like I'm at home. I'm like, thank God I'm here. Like it's just so nice to be back in Dallas because now we're living in Waco,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't say it's the best place to live, but
It's way better than Midland, Odessa for sure.
I will say that, yeah.
Because I mean, we have more opportunities to go anywhere. Like if we want to go to a major city, we can
It's like an
drive
hour.
an hour to Dallas or drive an hour to Austin.
Yeah,
And
it's
back in Kermit, we would drive an hour to go to a bigger town, which is Odessa, to do anything.
Yeah.
And now, but it's not the same comparing that city to this city. Like, it's night and day difference.
Well, yeah, Odessa literally just has a Walmart and an AGB and a movie theater
Yeah.
and a mall.
They're getting more stuff now. They finally got a Bass Pro.
Oh, God. Finally, after like how many years?
But there ain't no lakes out there, so I don't know why they have one.
They have dirt. They can go down the hills on the canoes or the kayaks. That's what they can do. I will say the sand hills were fun. The Kermit the
Kermit dunes?
yeah.
Yeah, but then some dude
Somebody bought it and we couldn't go anymore. People would still go sometimes.
Yeah, but you get a ticket though.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, people would still go. I remember I got initiated there. No, wait. I didn't go there. The other half that was getting initiated my 8th grade year, they went there and they got in trouble. We didn't though. It was me and a couple other girls, and we got initiated at what is that place called? The not the Perry Edition. What is it called?
Yeah.
It's in Spanish.
Los Corrales.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where we got initiated at. I will always remember that because I literally was covered in eggs, milk, and all this other stuff, and it was so hard to get out of my hair.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but my seniors were fun. They were cool. I will never forget them. They were nice, even though they hit us with the paddle. It was only like once, but yeah, they all knew my mom too, so we were chilling.
They knew better, yeah.
Yeah, they knew better. No, they were like, no, your mom made us run, so we're gonna hit you. But I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
A small town back then was really nice. Now, no, I would not go back.
Yeah.
But reeling us back in.
Yeah.
We are now living in Waco.
Mm-hmm.
We started a business with duplexes.
Mm-hmm.
That's also, I will say, to invest in yourself a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we started doing this year. We invested in ourselves. We bought a duplex, and hopefully we plan to grow our business a little bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, invest in yourself, and I pray that you all succeed in life.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here in Waco, and we started a business, and he's still traveling for work. Thankfully that he works here in Waco, like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
But he still travels. That's the only sad part.
Mm.
But I started streaming on Twitch and TikTok. That has kicked off very good.
Yeah.
I did not think that it was going to kick off that much. But that also comes to like believing in yourself and putting the effort in to what you want to do in life. Because I remember literally like when I first started streaming, I was like, I give up. Like I was streaming to no one and off my iPad. But then like literally one night, that's when it all took off. It was like, I actually have people in here watching me, and like they want to come back and they want to like do all these things.
They were invested.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to keep streaming then. And now I'm here with almost 800 followers on Twitch. And I have such amazing friendships now with all the people that I've met through Twitch and TikTok. And they are some of like the most supportive people I've ever met. Like, they're supportive. Some of them are more supportive than my actual in real life friends and my family. Like, these people are in my every stream that I have. And they literally they're so amazing. Like, they support my running journey and like my weight loss journey. Like, they are my biggest hype people.
Yeah, and I mean all of them are also across the globe, I would say that.
Yeah,
they're not in the same time zone. So I mean these great people are either waking up either super early or staying up late at night just
to watch.
Yeah.
And I love them all to death. And if you're listening, I hope you know that I'm so grateful for all of you because I love you so much. And y'all don't even have to watch me, but you do.
Yeah.
And so thank you for always taking the time to be here with me and supporting my dreams because we wouldn't be here without you.
Mm-hmm.
But I also started this podcast just out of the blue because I was like, fuck it. Like,
she just likes to yap. I think that she wants to hear herself talk.
No, because I do that on Twitch already. And they like to hear me yap too. So...
because your stories go from left field to right field.
Well, clearly they're going to see in the podcast that they go from left to right because they go from here, and then there's like a little side quest, and then you go back to here, and then it's another one. And yeah. But we'll try to do better at sticking to our topics in the next episode because we have plenty to talk about, I promise you. But this is like just to get to know us, and basically if you're new here,
Yeah.
this is where like how we met, where we grew up, and how we're here today.
Yeah, but I also think like here, whenever we actually start doing our live ones on Saturday, they will keep us in check because they'll be asking questions
Yeah.
instead of just us rambling and rambling.
So make sure to follow me on Twitch, Nicole32__, and we go lives on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. But speaking of my running and weight loss,
Mhm.
I know for the most part, like I've shown a lot on like social media, like how I lost all this weight and blah blah blah. But I know like a couple okay, not a couple, because the private story that I made on Snapchat for the for my weight loss, it's like 50 plus girls in
Damn.
there. Yeah, shout out to all my baddies. I told them I was gonna post this in the podcast, but my weight loss journey basically started out, I was highly overweight, like very bad. Like I would get up and I would look at myself in the mirror and I would hate to even look at in the mirror. I didn't want any pictures like taken of me, like nothing. And it was like really bad. Like I hardly have any pictures of me and my son together when he was like young.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, you know, like we only plan on having one child. So it like I'll never get that back. But I mean, now I love myself. I love how I look, and I'm like, take every picture possible, please. But I know that my son will love me and he'll think I'm beautiful in every picture.
Yeah,
But
he always tells you.
yeah, he's so sweet. Maybe we'll show him one time, but not right now.
Yeah.
But I literally started because I was like, I couldn't look at myself anymore, and I was like, you know what, I need to get myself in check. And so I started literally walking and lifting. We had a home gym because we invested in it.
Yeah.
And so I would go to the gym, I would work out, I think it was like 5 times, maybe 6. But that's what helped me lose a lot of weight in the beginning at the first part, was just walking. I would try to get 10K steps every day. And then I obviously had to eat right. That's what nobody thinks about either. Like, oh, like I can just eat whatever, but I can still go work out and run, and I'll still lose weight. No, you won't. Like,
you're never gonna outrun or outlift a bad diet. That is impossible.
and that's where I would always mess up my weight loss journeys. Is I literally, when I was just like younger, I'd be like, oh, well, I can still eat like crap and go to the gym and run and still lose weight. No, it never worked. It never did. And then when I started gaining weight, it was like after I gave birth, like I never went back to the gym. I never, got in shape again. And I gained over like 60 pounds, and it was so bad. And so in the year of 2025, that's when February, that's when I started working out. And it was hard at first, I will say, but also don't cut out like all the good things when you first start, because that's like the quickest way to end your weight loss journey is, oh, well, I'm going to cut out Cokes and chips and all the bad things in the first week that I start. No, because then you're not going to want to do it the next week. You're going to be like, oh, I give up. Like I can't do this for months on end.
Yeah.
And so I highly recommend just like start slow. Like if you like to drink Dr. Peppers like me,
you're an addict.
I was.
You and your son, addicts.
I was. And I would drink like 2 or 3 a day. Now I hardly drink them. I'm like, oh, like if we go out to a restaurant, yeah, I'll have one. But like at the house, we don't even have them in the house anymore.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like, oh yeah, you can buy a case. Like, but I won't drink it within.
But even if we get like a 12 or a 24 pack, that's lasting almost like 2 months.
Yeah, they last pretty long because I don't sit there and drink them every day. Like that's.
It used to be like, oh, we'll get a 12 pack on a
gone.
Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, by Wednesday.
Gone.
Yeah.
But like that's how bad it was. And I started slow. I was like, okay, I'll have one, one every day. And then like eventually like I got to a point where I was like, I really don't want them anymore. Like I feel like when you are in a weight loss journey, you start to like not crave those things anymore. Like I don't hardly crave candy anymore, or like sweets. I don't crave the things I used to crave basically when I was bigger.
But even like when you're drinking soda that much, I mean, if it's a habit, try going to like the Dr. Pepper Zeros because I love those things.
Okay, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, we turned the light on because it was getting kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
But so bear with us, okay? But if you're listening on Spotify, you're probably like, what are they talking about? But
What like?
so basically, I was working out, walking, then I got into running, and people always ask me, how'd you get into running? I literally saw a video on TikTok of the Boston Marathon finish line, and like all of the people were cheering, or like they were finishing, like they would grab their kids and they would cross the finish line. Like it's such a heartwarming thing to like look at, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that one day. And I started running. It wasn't fast running, and I'm still not a fast runner. I'm working on it though. But I'm still not a fast runner, I would say. But I'm still running. I'm still in the room. I'm still at the starting line. And I ran a half marathon. We ran our first half marathon ever.
And it was the hardest one in Texas.
He had to say that. He just had to say it was the hardest one to make sure. He sounded good.
Them hills were no joke.
I know. I ran it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I walked it.
So did I.
No, the amount of people that were walking up those hills, I was like, me too. I'm gonna start walking.
Yeah.
Because that was insane. If you're listening to this podcast and you happen to be from Waco, or you've ran the Waco half marathon, you know those hills are insane. It was nothing but hills. Like I literally would turn the corner, hill, get over the hill, another hill, and I was like, when is this gonna end? And like even when I saw downhill, I'm like, oh, perfect, downhill, another hill. And then when I was coming back, and I was like, oh yeah, we have another downhill, perfect. But remember that other downhill that we had? No, now we have to go back up that hill. And I was, oh my god, it was so intense. Like I don't know why I chose that one for my first half marathon ever, but I'm excited for my next half marathon because it's flat, and I hopefully will hit a PR because those hills were insane. Oh my god. I don't think I would ever do that course again.
I want to do it again.
He's gonna do it. This is gonna be me. Go, babe, you got it. I'm gonna be at mile 3 before the hill starts, and then I'm gonna come back to the finish line.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever do that course again. I can't. No, no thanks.
I mean, it was a beautiful run, but those hills, oh god.
I don't know what he means by beautiful.
I mean, there's a lot of trees. Like the scenery was nice.
No.
Yeah, yes, it was.
I didn't have any time to look at the scenery. You know why? Because this was me breathing hard because of the humidity and the hills, and my calves and my hamstrings and everything else was hurting. But that's literally what got us into running, was me telling him, hey, let's get back into running. Let's run some 5Ks and potentially a half marathon, maybe even a full marathon. And now we're here planning to run 2 more half marathons this year. And then we both have a full marathon in December.
Yeah.
Our first marathon ever, which I'm kind of scared for because
it's going to be a lot of training, but I believe in
you. Yeah. But we are here now. We are in the best shape we've been in a while.
Well, yeah, since high school.
But that also comes with a lot of dedication and sacrifice, because when I started my weight loss, I had to give up a lot. Like, I didn't, like, not because, I have to give it up. Like, I wanted to give it up because, like, it's what I wanted to do.
You
like,
wanted to change your lifestyle because the one you had
wasn't benefiting me.
It wasn't benefiting you to get you where you wanted to be, but I mean, it was just weighing you down.
Yeah. Like, I was drinking pretty, like, a lot in 2023 and 24. Like, just because we would go out all the time. Like, we would go to the bars or, like, stuff like that. But, like, now, when I was training for my half marathon for, 4 to 5 months, I didn't drink at all. And now I'm like, I could care less. Like,
Like I could go for like a glass of wine or something.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, let's go get blackout drunk, on a Saturday. And
Unless you go to Vegas, then that's
okay,
risky.
yeah, and well, no, not even in Vegas. We didn't even get drunk. We
We
literally,
were sick.
we casually just had a drink, and that was it.
Yeah.
I feel like we outgrew the party stage.
Yeah.
Just not because like
You're out of your system, I would say.
yeah, like because I wasn't, mind you, remember, I wasn't allowed to party or do anything in high school. So when I moved to Dallas and I met people who like to party and drink, and they were like, here, try this, try this, try this. Wow, my world was like opened, and I was like seeing colors, and I was like, wow, what is this stuff? Because I wasn't doing that in high school.
Yeah.
Some of y'all were. Y'all were living it up in high school. I was like, oh, like I wonder what that's like to go to a party, on a school night and go to school the next day. And now like I live the life, and I'm like, okay, what's next?
That was cool. Yeah.
Like I don't know. When I locked in for my weight loss, I definitely, it was, you have to do that. You have to make that decision for yourself. Like you have to be like, I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. Like it takes a lot of sacrifice. I will say that. And not a lot, but it takes a lot of like self-love for you to be like, I'm doing this for me. And you have to go to the gym. You have to eat right. You have to drink your water. You have to get your protein in, and you have to, well, you don't, okay, well, you have to do cardio too. But like you just basically have to show up for yourself. Like go. Like just even when you don't want to go, that's when you should go. And like sometimes when I don't want to run, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go run. Literally like the best run of my life happens for some reason. It always happens. And like I knew I needed to start working out because I developed like PCOS and insulin resistance. Like I was pre-diabetic.
Yeah, you were.
Like that's how bad it was. And so I was like, nope, I need to be better. Not only for me, but for my son, for my husband. Like I need to live a long life.
And like one thing that I've always learned on like my side for traveling with like a lot of friends who have kids and stuff like that, because we in my work we do preach, like healthier lifestyles and stuff like that. One quote someone told me is like, everybody's willing to die for your kid, but are you actually willing to live for them?
Mm-hmm.
And that means like, are you gonna change your lifestyle to be there for them as long as possible, so they can grow up seeing you happy and healthy, and not see mom and dad as like, oh, they never want to do anything with me, they never want to hang out, they will never take me to the park and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
this is for the parents, not just for the ones without them. Yes, do it for yourself, but like once you have someone that's looking up to you, you don't realize how much they care and love for you.
For yourself and show up for the people that you love, because you matter and the world needs you.
Yeah.
And like that's what I had to say to myself. I'm like, oh my god, like I need to be healthier for myself, because I want to be here to see my son like do all these things in life, and I can't do that if I'm not here. And so I literally just started out by walking. Like walking is so underrated for some reason. People are like, it's just walking. Okay, go walk 5 miles and you burn a lot of calories.
Yeah.
You burn more calories walking than you do running. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
And like eating right goes a long way. Drinking water, like just the little things go a long way.
Getting enough sleep.
Oh yeah, make sure you're sleeping, because you can't lose weight if you don't get enough sleep. I had to learn the hard way. I would stay up till like 3 a.m. and I would never lose weight because I would never recover. And I'd be like, why am I not losing weight? And then I finally started going to bed early, and wow, I started losing weight. But yeah. And then even if you have PCOS, I know people like are like, oh my god, I can't lose weight because I have PCOS. I still have PCOS. I lost 61 pounds. It's literally, if you're not losing weight, it's because you are not eating right. You're not in a calorie deficit, or you're not lifting weight. You're not doing all the things that you need to do. Because I've had plenty of people be like, oh, I haven't lost any weight, but I'm doing this. I'm like, how many calories are you? Oh my god. I'm like, how many calories are you eating? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, well,
you have to be realistic with yourself and be as truthful as possible. Because if you're like, oh, I think I'm eating this much, I used to think that way. I was like, oh, I know what I'm eating. I'm eating like chicken. I'm eating rice. I'm eating my vegetables. Until I actually like saw some dude on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, he's breaking it down to like a science. I started weighing my food. I'm like, that's not what I thought 500 calories was.
yeah.
Compared to like what I thought it was. I was like, oh, I'm eating healthy. Like I have a plate of food. It's all healthy food, but I was overeating the healthy food.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you have to track this, track this, track that. I'm like, oh, wow. I was doing everything wrong.
You have to at least put some effort into like what you're eating and like how much you're eating because you can overeat and sometimes you don't even notice it.
Yeah, and another thing I did learn along the way, just because you're eating healthy, like you're saying, you're overeating. If you're eating cleaner than what you were, you're not eating out every day, you're cooking your own food, but you're still overeating.
Yeah.
You can still gain weight from eating healthy food because it's just an abundance of it.
Yeah. So definitely start with a calorie deficit. Like check how many calories you need for your body that you need to consume.
Go to Walmart, super small scale, and start weighing your food.
Yeah, you don't have to buy you don't have to buy something expensive to weigh your food.
Because my little scale is like what, $3.
And you can go to the gym. Just like Planet Fitness is like $10. You don't have to go to a fancy gym. Don't listen to all the TikTok influencers. Oh, go here for no. Just go to the gym.
Even at that, like if you're not ready to go to the gym because you're barely starting, like you're saying, just go walk. Like walk for 30 minutes.
And if you had kids, that's not an excuse. Get a stroller because that's how I started.
Yeah.
Just get a stroller. Go walk with them. Spend some time with them outside.
Get some sunlight. It makes you happier.
And that's what I tell all my moms. Like they're like, well, how can I start losing weight? This and this. And I'm like, just go walk with your kids, walk with the stroller. That adds weight because your kids are in the stroller. Mm-hmm. And then you burn more calories, but also make sure you're eating right. Do this, do that. And like, that's all you have to do. You literally just have to have some self-discipline, calorie deficit, eat your protein, drink your water, fiber as well, because fiber is very, very beneficial for bloating. Yeah. And cardio, walking, just being active, basically.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't go to the gym, that's fine or whatever. But just think about it this way: an hour of walking compared to an hour of scrolling or laying down on your bed or the couch on your phone.
We all have the same 24 hours in a day. If you want it, you're gonna go out and do it. Yeah. And like that's where a lot of people fail with their weight loss journey too, because they don't really want it. Like it's not their time, basically. Because there's many times that I wanted to start my weight loss journey, and I was like, like
I'll start Monday.
It's fine. Like I'll miss a day at the gym, or like it's not your you don't want it. Mm-hmm. And there's gonna come a time where you're such in like a deep dark hole where you're gonna be like, you know what? I do want it this time, and it's gonna work this time. And thank God it worked for me this time, because oh my gosh, I'm 60 pounds down and I am so much happier, healthier. And I literally hope that I can help other girls out there get to where they want to be. And like literally, if anybody hears this podcast, I am open to answering any questions for you, because I was there. I was at rock bottom, 60 pounds, like overweight. Like it was so bad.
Yeah. And like if they ask you questions that you probably don't know, I have a lot of information that I do my research and stuff, which I can help you.
Even at that, just go on TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok, free information.
Because we are not certified to tell you anything. Like, we're not certified professionals.
Like, go walk.
But, like, TikTok is a great way to find out other things, too. Like, certain workouts. Like, that's where I get my workouts from, is TikTok. But, like, literally just start walking. 10K steps a day. Drink your water. Eat right. To eat the right amount of calories. Don't just eat right. Eat the right amount of calories. And that's where people feel, too. They're like, it's just the eating is going to make or break you. That is the biggest thing in your weight loss journey. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it's just the eating. Like I get so hungry throughout the day. Or
well, see, when people say that it's good, because that means you're eating less than what you were. I mean, you don't have to be starving, but you have to be like a little hungry.
You have to be a little hungry because you're in a calorie deficit. You're not supposed to be full how you thought you were.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I think some people struggle with. They're like, oh my God, like, I am hungry all the time. Like, I want a snack, this and that. And I'm like, you really can't. Like, you gotta.
But I mean, like, if you're starving, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's a difference between starving and being like, oh, well, I could use. Yeah, like, no, you gotta get that. The food noise has to go away. Like,
the other thing is, like, if you are just sitting around, are you really hungry or are you bored?
Yeah. If you're bored, go outside.
Drink a bottle of water, then think about it again.
Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
a weight loss journey is gonna be very hard. It's just like something that you gotta
See,
do.
but you're saying it's a journey. It's not a sprint. That's not gonna happen from today to tomorrow. It's gonna
Yeah,
take
if
some
you're
time.
literally in the first week, I was like, oh my God, I'm not
Oh
skinny.
yes, because you would tell me all the time like, I didn't lose no weight today. I didn't do this. I didn't do that.
Literally.
Yeah.
But you cannot expect to lose like 50 pounds in a week. Like my weight loss journey took almost a year
Yeah.
to lose 60 pounds. But it was a great year. Like I learned so much about myself. I became stronger, healthier. I became much healthier, and it's because I started to work out and I started eating right. Like all of that does so much for your body that nobody talks about. And like for my girls with PCOS, all of my symptoms that I have with PCOS gone. They're low. I have a normal period now. I If you have PCOS, you know you have irregular periods, or sometimes you don't get them at all. Now I have a regular period. I haven't had that since I was in high school. And it's just because I got healthier. I lost weight, and now I'm not pre-diabetic. Oh my God, I'm not pre-diabetic anymore, and I have low symptoms of PCOS, and it's amazing. Like I am normal. I feel normal,
Yeah.
and my hormones are back in balance somewhat. They're better than what they were, I will say. But you just have to start. Like it's going to take some discipline, but you just have to start. And
That's all it takes to just
it's all
start.
mental,
Yeah.
I promise you. Mhm.
And you can always, I mean, when you start a journey like that, always reach out to someone else, someone who's done it or is doing it, just to keep you not in check, but like to help you out. Because there's sometimes where it gets really difficult and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm losing motivation. I don't want to do this
Yeah,
anymore.
there was plenty of times where I was like, "Oh, like I don't want to do this anymore. Like I can't do it anymore." And then I literally was just like would talk to Nico, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm not losing. Like I would hit a stall
Mhm.
and I'd be like, I can't lose any weight. Like blah blah. Blah. Like
See, but sometimes when you do hit a stall like that, I mean, going back to we're not professionals at this, but taking a couple days, getting off of being in a deficit helps your body.
it's just what we've learned. It's
Yeah.
our experience. That's how we know this information because we've done it or it's happened to
It's
us.
like what going weeks upon months of like being in a deficit, and then you're like, I haven't lost any weight no matter what I do. I'm still
Yeah.
eating in a deficit, and then it's just like, hey, refuel your body, let it
Yeah.
know you're never gonna be starving again, and then go back to it like a week after, but still keep on working out, but just eat a little bit
Yeah.
more than what you have for a couple of days, and then go back to being a deficit again.
And
It helps
like
a lot.
that's what I feel like sometimes too is like people try to look for on TikTok, or like they try to look for information, like they get mixed reviews like, "Oh, well, you need to do this, you need to do this." Like honestly, it's what is made for your body. If you're looking for workouts for like how to lose belly with like belly fat and stuff like that, you need to look for an influencer or a workout professional who used to be your body type.
Yeah.
Like I feel like some people go, like for an example, some girls, they go look at these very skinny fit girls and they're like, I want to be like her, so I'm gonna do her workouts. Her workouts are not probably benefited for your body type. Like go to someone who's a like you're a more realistic body type to you, because I would look at girls who I'll probably never be like unless I starve myself. And that's not like coming at them. It's just like they're really tiny.
Yeah.
And I will never be that size. I was that size like when I was in my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
And I was about 100 pounds. I will never be 100 pounds ever in my life again. So, and I don't want to be. But I looked up some girls who were about my size and my height too, and that I do their workouts and they have worked for me tremendously because they are they are similar to my body height and my weight, and it's just more realistic basically. And like that's what you have to look for. You can't just go like that's what I think discourages a lot of people too. They're like they look at these people and they're like, "Oh, well, I want to look like that," but they never end up looking like that because it's not their body.
Yeah.
And it's your journey basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's your journey, it's your body, and however long it takes, that's your
It's your race.
it's your
to be
journey.
had,
Yeah. It's not somebody else's. Like, don't ever compare yourself to somebody else who's also lifting or trying to lose weight and stuff, because you're just going to get discouraged. You're going to be like, well, why am I not losing weight as fast as them? Or like,
Well, the other
'cause
thing is, like, these influencers, they've been doing this for years. You're starting on day one, they're on day 3,000 and whatever it may be.
yeah,
It's kind of hard to like make yourself feel good because like, oh, you can look like them. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but you have to realize it took them, I'm gonna say, like 5 to 10 years compared to like
yeah.
your week one. You're not in the same playing field.
Just basically don't get discouraged.
Yeah, don't.
And if you need motivation, literally how I started my weight loss journey, I literally made a private story that consisted of like my closest friends, and I posted on it every single day to hold me accountable, because that's the only way I would hold myself accountable. I'm like, oh, I have to post today what I did today. And I still do that now because it holds me accountable. And did I probably get annoying? Probably. But did I care? No. And like now people like enjoy it. Like they're like, oh my God, like you're such an inspiration and blah, blah, blah. And like it's nice to hear, but I'm just like, I'm literally doing this because if I don't, then I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend, if you are thinking about starting a weight loss journey, do it and stick to it. It's going to get hard, but that's when you need to push through.
Yeah.
And we are supporting you. We are going to be your biggest cheerleaders, and you got this.
Yeah. We're just as delusional as you are.
Yes.
Because next year I have big plans for myself, and I know you do as well. So
Sure. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we have hopefully some big things coming, but yeah, that's for another time to talk about.
that's
But
a different podcast.
that's a different episode. But we do want to say thank you for always being here, for supporting us and our delusional dreams that we have and goals. But I think we're going to wrap it up for this episode, our first one.
Introduction, yeah.
Yeah, Nico doesn't talk a lot, and you're probably going to realize that in a couple more episodes, because
I think I would talk more whenever there's topics for discussion. Right now it's more of an introduction. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also we filmed this like 3 times already, so he's kind of like ran out of like things to talk about, because he said like really great things the first and second episode that we recorded, and now he's like, oh my gosh, like I'm so over it. Like I'm over it too. Like I'm literally gonna post this. I'm not gonna edit it. I'm literally just gonna post it how it is, because I'm so over this episode. Like I'm so tired of it.
I'm ready for episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2 is going to be a lot more fun, and we're going to have a lot more funner discussions. Is funner a word? Oh my God.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's funner.
But better discussions, and we hope you stick around for those, especially if you are a parent, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're married to a blue-collar worker, or there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And it's going to get heated at times. So, but just know we can still be friends and still have like conversations.
Yeah. Be nice.
Just be open-minded. We're not here to start drama. We're not here to like basically, stir the pot or anything. We're just here, 2 grown adults, very open-minded. We've had a lot of experiences in our lives, and we hope to share them with you, and maybe it opens doors for you.
Yeah, or even hit topics that a lot of people are afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
there's a lot of things that people are afraid to talk about.
Yeah, because on our live streams on Saturdays, ask the question or DM her. Well, I mean, we'll bring it up because I can talk about just about anything.
Yeah, we're very open-minded.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about anything. But we do want to thank you so much for sticking around. If you made it this far in the podcast, thank you so much for staying for the full thing and listening to us yap, or well, me yap. But we hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you in episode 2. And thank you so, so, so much for watching or listening. And we will see you next time.
Thank you, guys.